All right, we are live. Try this down just a little bit. We are live. Somebody said something. All right, so first of all, hoping everybody is having a uh, good week. Um, Let me approve this post here. Let me also put up. I'm doing some stuff in the Hoodoo Bible study. And remember to put up. Good evening. Hello. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Wherever you may be listening to this. Let me turn this down. Where is the remote? Or better yet, I can turn this up and turn some stuff down. I want to open desktop. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to. I'm trying to multitask. Here we go. All right. So, wanted to jump in and let everybody know that the apprenticeships are a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing now. Isn't that awesome? It's a thing. So, as you guys know, we did apprenticeships last year. It was great. Had an incredible turnout, incredible time. Those students, some of them are even graduating to become level 2 in their training. So they're going from level 1 is talented, no, level 2 is gifted, and level 3 is skilled. So they're moving up the ranks. They're actually going through their um, their cooperative education, which is their basically like their work study right now. So they've been given assignments. They've got to do mojo bags. They've got to do readings. They've got to do baths. They've got to do candle work. So they are busy right now. Okay, I've got some time on my hands while they get their homework and so on in. I am a labor intensive kind of worker. I'm a labor intensive kind of teacher, very content dense. So I really do expect uh, that my students put in the work. So let me kind of update you on what we got going on and what you need to know if you're interested in being a student. Okay. This just ends. So somebody just gave a I guess response, a review of one of the lessons that I did. PSA: if you have not purchased one of Cosmic Nawaji's webinars, I don't know what you are doing with your hoodoo life. LOL. I am signed up for the Guard webinar coming this Friday. By the way, yeah, glad you said Guard is this Friday. So if you haven't gotten in, all right, we added some more slots. All right, so you got about 2 days. You got until Thursday to get your spot. All right, we added more spots because we want to accommodate everybody. So if you're not in, get in. All right, it is Friday, the 25th of January, this Friday coming up in about 3 days or so at 7 p.m. Eastern. So you want to be there. All right. She said, I am signed up for the Guard webinar this coming Friday, but just purchased the Curses webinar. I remember I did the Curses one. Hey, in November on curses. She said she just purchased that one today. And when I tell you, I am starting a savings account called Hoodoo Bible Study Webinars. So I can be in attendance monthly. A GoFundMe something. You can't get this type of information anywhere. I promise you. Worth clap clap. Every clap clap. Dollar clap. You know, she put the little clap emoji. I'm assuming that's how it's supposed to go if you're reading it. Dollar. I'm in various groups and own a plethora of books and PDFs, and I have never had things broken down or even heard of doing things this way. The information in here is priceless, and I'm not even finished with the first video. I'm 30 minutes into it, and been saying, dang, because she put like 15 G's since it started. I had to pause for the cause and come share this. The information have you like, and then she's got like this well, I'm about to share it in the Hoodoo Bible Study. Anyway, so definitely thanks for that. That was a blessing. All right, so that got me in my feelings. I'm glad. That's what I love to hear. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make sure that, let me tell you something a little bit. If this is your first time on my channel, thank you. All right, thank you for even watching. I would hope that you would subscribe. I would hope that you would comment, you would participate in the dialogue and engage with me. That makes it what it is. But if you don't know anything about me, I'm a Taurus, all right? And common to the Taurus, you probably know, we are some pretty economically conscious people, all right? We're going to mull over a purchase about 3 or 4 times and make sure it's worth it. We are the sign of, is it worth it? Whether it's relationships, whether it's finances, whether it's food, our question is it going to be worth it? So when I put out content, I make sure that it is content dense. If you're going to take your time and sit there and watch me rave and rant, then it should be worth it to you, right? You should leave feeling something, hearing something, seeing something, being inspired by something that I've said. And furthermore, if you're going to invest not just your time but your money, if you're anything like me, one thing I just hate is to buy anything over $20, okay, and I feel like I didn't get my money's worth, I'm a little bit ticked. I'm wondering, can I take it back? They have a return policy. Did I get a refund? Is there a rebate in the mail? Something. Okay. But so with this webinar, I guarantee you're going to get your money's worth. I promise you. You are. It's worth it. That out the way. So check that out. Again, we've got the curse webinars up there. If you're interested about curses, hexes, jinxes, the evil eye, all of that. We've got that in the Curses 101 webinar. We've got some digital products on altars. It's called what? Altars 101, Creating Sacred Space. Never mind the New Agey title. It is about altars, ancestral altars. If you're working with venerating your ancestors, you want to know, how do I do it, Doc? You know, you get to a certain point with spirituality where the internet becomes a Walmart of spirituality. You know, you be in Walmart and you're just looking for ketchup. And you normally get the Heinz ketchup, right? But you get to the ketchup aisle and there's this sea of just red bottles. And you've got to swim and I mean doggy paddle your way through the aisle to find. You're like, oh, what about that? Oh, what that was? But that one's cheaper. But that one's bigger. Oh, that one's got sriracha sauce in it. You know, you're losing yourself looking for one thing. So we're trying to cut through all of that. This is a life vest for you in the sea of spiritual content on the internet. So questions that are practical questions, like, what if I don't have space for an altar? Okay. Questions like, Should all my ancestors be venerated? Should they all be on the same altar? Should I have an altar for my parents' side, altar for my mother's side? What if I don't know who my parents are? What if I was adopted? Should I make an altar for my dead beat father or mother, absentee mother? Well, if I was raised in foster care. So we answer those very practical questions that people seem to be too deep to know how to answer. You ask them like, well, oh, well, just go with your, just it's whatever your intention is. And you're like, so what the hell am I paying you for? Why am I buying anything? Why am I buying an instruction manual from you and the whole manual is blank pages for me to fill? I could just buy a notebook. That's my rant. That does something to me. I never did understand that. That's why I never really clicked with those kind of philosophies. Like, then what the hell am I here for? Anyway, so we talk about how to build different types of altars. We talk about how to present offerings on those altars, how to keep them clean, where they should be. Can people look at your altars? Can people touch them? What to do if you can't tend to the altar? Maybe you're going away for an extended period of time, let's say 2 weeks at a time. How do you keep your ancestors fed? Look, we cover all of that in that video, or really in that training series called Altars 101 Sacred Space. There's also one on mojo bags. And I'm actually going to do another, it's going to be part of the Poor Man's Conjure series. It's going to be like a $21 video. It may be coming out, won't be this month, maybe next month or so. Because I love talking about mojo bags. I love talking about amulets, talismans, fetishes. That's kind of my area. I love building them. I love talking about them. I love teaching on them. Some people, their thing is sweetening jars. Some people, their thing is spirit dolls. And my thing is mojos. I really love mojos. But the question was asked, what goes into a mojo? Can anything go in a mojo? Is there a logic behind mojos? Yeah. What happens if my mojo gets wet? What if, Doc, I'm having a crisis. What's going on? So I forgot to take my mojo bag out of my pocket, and my wife washed it in the washing machine. What do? We answer that question. Not to mention, you actually get 5 recipes that you've never seen anywhere else. You say, well, how do you know they've never seen them anywhere else, Doc? How can you guarantee that? Because my students came up with them. So, no, you don't get 5. You get 25. You get 25 mojo recipes. All right. Because each of the 5 students had to do 5 different kinds of mojos. One for love, one for luck, and money, one for protection, etc. So you want to pick that up. We've also got videos on there about just common sense hoodoo herbs, hoodoo plants you probably heard of. King Solomon, Solomon seal root. Can't forget Hijah root. Obviously, that's going to be in there. What do I do with star anise seed? What about clove? Which reminds me, we got another video about mastery. Mastery. So, in other words, should you dominate them, or should you sweeten them? Or should you influence them? Or should you control them? Or should you command them? Or should you compel them? How these are all distinct forms of mastery, what the differences are, and how to know which one to use when. And I'm done talking about that. She got me on a rant. Anyway, what do you need to know about the apprenticeship? Let's get to that. Let me Um, uh, let me see you guys' comments. Give me 1 second here. All right. Here we go. Trying to see everybody's comments. Okay, let's see who's in here. CC, Danielle, Infinity, uh, Angel, Keisha, Mellow Man, what's going on? Imani, good to see you. Izzy, Nova, what's up? Queenie, how you doing? Queenie said she's gonna be in the webinar. Danny, always good to see Danny. Danielle, Sonia, Venus, good to see all of y'all. So what do you need to know if you want to be an apprentice? Three things you really need to know. 3 or 4 things. I'm going to be as concise, and I'm going to leave this in the description box below. If you have any questions, reach out to me. First thing you need to know, make sure that you can meet and make the financial and the energetic investment. I'm just going to tell you up front. That's number 1. All right. Make sure that you can do that. Okay. So what type of financial, what type of energetic investment are we talking about? If you're just coming in, this is your first time being my apprentice, then you're going to start off in level 1, right? Which is the level of the talented. Okay. And you're going to go through a semester. It's going to be 6 months. All right. If you are level 1, then you can also choose to do a trimester instead. You know, trimester, you're going to try it out a little bit. A 3-month stint, half of a semester. Semester is 6 months. Trimester is 3 months. So you're looking at, what, 12 to 24 intensives. All right. If you're going with the semester 6 months with me, then that's going to be, yeah, hold on a second. If you're looking at 6 months, all right, we're gonna do a lesson every week, all right, for 6 months. My objective is to train you. I mean that with everything in me. If you've ever picked up any of those digital products, you've seen it with my class, you see how I teach. All right, it is just bam, 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 bam. You're not gonna be able to come up for air. I promise you that. All right. You're not only going to get theory, but you know you've got to practice these things out. So if you're looking at the 6-month option, a full semester, or if you're level 1, you can choose between either 6-month option or a 3-month option, the trimester. All right. So know that. So a trimester is 321. It's 3 months. All right. 12 until we're looking at anywhere between about 4 hours. Okay, 3 to 4 hours. So yeah, you do the math. All right. That's up front. The semester is 721. Again, it's 6 months with me. You get to, we have different times of the year. We gather everybody together. Even if you are not in the local city, don't worry about it. All right. We've got a way to bring you in virtually. Okay. So you can watch us. We'll let you know what we're going to be covering that week so you can buy anything. If you need to buy anything, most of you don't need to buy. It's going to be right there at home. But as we start getting to more of the advanced levels, then you want to diversify your ingredients and your materials you're working with, and diversify your tools. All right, so trimester is 321, a semester is 721. Got that out the way. Um, if you're in a special case where you can do it month to month, I'm going to tell you up front. Special cases will be reviewed. But I'm telling you up front, if that is your commitment that you're making, if you break your commitment, you're going to be removed. You're right. Just letting you know that up front. So that's number one. Number one, make sure that you can dedicate, you can commit to the energetic investment. It's going to be time, it's going to be energy, it's going to be work. All right. And the financial investment as well. Number two, you say, okay, Doc, I got that, not a problem. 121 is nothing for me, etc. All right. I want this. Number two, then you need to submit to me an interest letter. All right. Let me know that you're interested. All right. There are some things I'm looking for in the interest letter. All right. Number one, why are you interested? I mean, I'm a pretty straightforward, practical person. So I'm just going to ask you a question right out the bat. All right. Why are you interested? Number two, why should you be considered? All right. Is this for you? Okay. Why do you think this is for you? And I'm going to tell you why I say this. I am not clearly the only person teaching this. I am one in a bucket. All right. There are plenty of people who are able, who are skilled, gifted, talented, mature, and seasoned spiritualists who are teaching these technologies. So I want to know why you're trying to get into my particular apprenticeship. All right. Why should you be considered? Number three, tell me a little bit about your spiritual awakening. Tell me about your introduction to spirituality, to magic, to the technologies of the diaspora. All right. Let me know I'm interested. And then lastly, I want to know, have you had any personal experiences with hoodoo, with conjure, with root work, with any of the African traditional religions or any of the African diasporic traditions, all right? Or for that matter, any African-based spirituality, all right? If you had any personal experiences with them, if so, let me know in your interest letter. That's step two. The last thing, step three. Step three is, you say, okay, you ready to make that commitment? You say, here's my interest letter, Doc. I'm going to go over your letter. But guess what? I don't even get the last say so. I don't get the last say so. This is not first come, first serve. Just because, I'm not here trying to fill up seats. Just because you submit an interest letter does not mean that you're going to be accepted. Why is that the case? Because I'm going to put it on the altar and I'm going to divine on it. All right. We are going to consult the spirits and see whether they render a yes or a no to your application, or rather to your interest letter. It has happened before. All right. If you remember last year, we had a big influx of people coming in, and some people were turned away and said, hey, this is not it for you. The spirits are saying no. I'm a very direct person. I'm a very upfront person. And there's no hard feelings. I don't want you to feel it's personal. Doc don't like me or whatever the case. We've got nothing to do with that at all. In most cases, I probably don't know you up front. All right. So, number one, prepare for the investment. Number two, submit an interest letter. All right. And then number three, we do divination. The divination shows that this is what you want. We do this because this is what I want. I say, okay, yeah, reading based upon your letter, based upon my initial feelings of the matter, I don't mind investing my time, investing my knowledge base into you. You look a very responsible person. Then finally, what did the Spirit say? right? So just wanted to put that out there. Be aware. The deadline for this is the 21st of February. So get your interest letters in. All right. Before that, so everybody can we can do the things the old folks say decently and in order. I'm also gonna put this out here too. Yeah, I do, or I should say, preferences are going to be given to people of color. Yeah. All right. Am I saying that if you're Asian, you won't be accepted? I'm saying the spirits are going to ultimately decide. But my view is this: what I'm teaching, what I have received, is the inheritance. All right, of Africans in America. All right, Africans in America. The old folks used to say, "Sweep around your own front door before you come sweeping around mine." All right. So I just want to put that out there. You can take it how you want to take it, feel how you want to feel about it. That's fine. But I'm not going to take from one table and present to another table. I'm not that person. There are plenty of people out there who will do that. I'm not that person. I'm not saying that only black people are allowed. I'm not saying if you're not a person of color, you can't get it. I'm saying ultimately, number one, that is my preference. Number two, ultimately, the spirits will have the final say. All right. Um, and then also, if you've done business with me before, either you've asked me a question or you've engaged with me offline, then you're gonna get a preference too because I actually know you. So we already have a working relationship in that regard. So one person just got in today, so that was great. That being said, I think I got that out the way. What is going on in your neck of the woods? How y'all doing? What y'all got going on? I don't know how that happened. What y'all got going on in your neck of the woods? I got a little bit of a different setup here because we're moving some things around in the office and in the temple. So, yeah, I may be coming at y'all from a couple of angles. All right, Cookie. How am I? I am seeing a change with my husband. Hi, I am seeing a change with my husband. You have to clarify what you mean. Good, 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 good. In a very blessed position, Daniel. Okay, I'm seeing a change with my husband. I hope it's a good change. I don't know if we've given you a remedy before, or if I worked with you before, um, or if you've taken some advice that was given. Hope it's benefiting you in that area. Danielle says just fix a new money bottle and put on my altar. No, that's right. Okay, I'm working with you. Okay, great. Great. I think I know who this is. I've got to give you an update tonight or tomorrow. Cause I just did some work earlier this week. Also, I'm seeing some things that I need to relate to you. Contact me. Um, so I can make sure this is what I'm thinking it is. Um, anyway, so what did y'all think about this or that? Uh, super moon. It was like a super blood wolf eclipse moon. I mean, it was all kind of stuff. What did y'all think about that? How did you utilize that energy? Did you do anything that you think was peculiar? Did you notice anything different? Were your dreams weird? What happened with you? I know that's right. It was very emotional. See the job. Okay. Received a job offer earlier this month, but I had a problem with my CDL. The safety director asked me to go to the um, MVA and change the restriction on my license from intrastate to interstate. Okay. Um, it was a relaxed energy, wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was. Let me tell you something. You got some of the soap for me. Wonderful, wonderful. Um, let me tell you, it was a really relaxed moon, and I don't know if I can say this. I won't call their name. I'll do it that way. Anyway, I get a call when I get a message that says, "Call me ASAP." Okay, so I was not in a calling mood, but I called, and lo and behold, some folks got married. People I know got married, just kind of, eloped. Nobody knew about it. They didn't know about it. The Spirit said, "Do it." They did it, and it was that was how my eclipse went. Um, but also utilize. Let me tell you something else I did. Without giving away the work. So if you work with the Pentacles of Solomon, and if you work with me, you know that I do. I enjoy working with the Pentacles of Solomon. There is a Pentacle of the Moon that is used for road opening work. For road opening work. So that was one of the focuses that I had during that uh, energetic current, was using that current to burst open the way. So already seeing some movement in that area. So I'm really excited about how the next week and a half is going to transpire for my client. I was in that work for. All right. So what is going on? Um, Let me text them back. The 9 on. Think your gift was closed off as a child from fear. That can happen, especially when your gift is, we live in a culture and a society oftentimes where if you are different, you're automatically demonized. We demonize the gifted. We demonize the different. It's unfortunate, but it's nonetheless true. And oftentimes, if uh, um, uh-oh, what am I doing? Here we go. Hey, Ladybug. What are they getting at? Yeah, so if you're in a culture where they demonize your gift, then oftentimes you will internalize that. So you'll find that gifted people oftentimes are bound in their soul with chains of rejection, right? Rejection, self rejection, fear of rejection will happen to a lot of gifted people. And that becomes a struggle that they have to, break through and overcome and triumph in. But you'll find that those are some of the hallmarks of gifted people: fear, feelings of inadequacy, oftentimes what they call the imposter syndrome. These are all different challenges that are that stalk the gift. Hey there, good evening. Good evening. Hey, Danielle says she's been there. Yeah. But I'm hoping that the fear that you have, all right, will be released. Yep, social anxiety, isolation. A lot of gifted people undergo different stints of isolation, whether it is social isolation, sometimes even in their own family, and they kind of feel alone. And so, because of that, that also leads into depression and those other um, synonyms. Okay. So that's why gifted people have to be in spaces and places where they are not just welcome, but they are wanted, where they have community, where they can share, where they can interact, um, where they can flourish. You know, otherwise it can really begin to have a negative toll. And I think that um, it really does a disservice to the world at large when a gift goes undeveloped or underdeveloped. Yep, that's definitely a traditional sign of being born as a seer. Definitely so. Like I often see, my gift started to awaken, or I became conscious of it rather, when I was 7. And I was in my room, washing off, wiping down my TV, and my reality, for lack of a better word, just began to peel away from me, you know. And I was in a whole other space, in a whole other time, and I was looking at it. So that was my first interaction with that, you know. I'm grateful. I'm blessed that uh, I just so happened to be in a family where we had elders who could cultivate that. And then, of course, at that point in time, the society I lived in, the only viable place to be spiritual was the church. So I was definitely, groomed and grew up in that paradigm until I grew out of it. I grew out of it. I was like new wine and old wineskins. I really just burst the wineskins. All right, Maya, y'all know how to contact me. You need to talk or get a consultation. We definitely looking forward to um, speaking with you. Yeah. So be mindful of that. Be aware of that. Um, Connect with other gifted people. Don't isolate yourself. Don't isolate yourself. Um, I know that's a common tendency because you're like, where do I go? Who do I turn to? Who can I trust, etc. There's a lot of other anxieties that are built around that will cause a person to be isolated or excluded. All right, but I believe that there's a community. Papa Lou often says that we are the remnants of the priestly class. Mm. Danielle said, I had my first experience when I was very young. It was traumatic in the ocean, and now believe it was a matter of baptism. It certainly can be. It certainly can be. Wow. I would not put it past. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. So I really just wanted to share that with you guys. I really didn't have much of an agenda. I'm still kind of enjoying this energy because it was very anxiety driven in August and September. So we started getting close to the end of last year. I don't think it started coming up, coming up, coming up, coming up. The energy was very, very off. So I'm really milking this smoothness that at least I've been experiencing. I've been opening up and experiencing. So let me ask you guys a couple of questions while I have you here. I want some of your ideas for the channel. What do you want to see? I've got a couple of projects I started that I'm going to continue, like the lamp videos. Haven't forgotten about that. The Hoodoo Help series. I just put up a new video in the Hoodoo Bible Study. Shameless plug. If you're not a part of the Hoodoo Bible Study on Facebook, you don't know what you're missing out on. You really don't know. It really is the best kept secret on Facebook. All right. And today I talked about how to take your Florida water and make it even more powerful. Even more powerful. Beyond just, a little spritz here, a little spray there, dab, dab, and going about your business. I went into some detail about how you can supercharge your Florida water, make it go in overdrive. Yeah, thank you. Some of the people are in here are also in HBS, so we're glad to have them sharing with us. Nina says we need a prosperity and an abundance series. Doc, we need some money. We need some money. That's what we need. Ecclesiastes 10:19, money answereth all things. I understand. All right. Did you get it? What did y'all think about the money shrine video? When I talked about it was a money shrine or a lodestone shrine video. I hope you guys got a chance to watch that. Let me know what your opinions of that was. Somebody said yes. Okay. Discussion on, listen, I'm going to do that. Because actually, my students, we're in that series on angels. We've been talking about angels. So I'm not gonna be shy about that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so our Hoodoo Bible Study, just to let you guys know if you're interested, we add new people in on Monday just to kind of keep it uniform and concise. So we have a new members Monday. So if you haven't been added yet, all right, then we're going to add you on Monday. In the meantime, make sure that you've answered those preliminary entry questions. Only 3 questions there. We'll get you right as rain. I can't wait to share with you guys the my forecast for 2019. I told you guys I'm going to wait till after the 21st to release it, and I am. What about angel numbers? I keep seeing 11, 11, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 5, 5, 5. I'm going to be very honest with you. Very, very direct with you. I don't know hop diddly about angel numbers. I mean, I know what they are. I know what they mean, but that's just not my area. I'm going to that. That's the day I will be doing a great deal. And not even hop diddly. Not even hop diddly. I don't know hop. Sure don't know diddly, and I damn sure don't know hop diddly about angel numbers. But yeah, I'm gonna be direct. I'm not gonna. That's one of y'all know. Doc will tell you. I know my lane. I know my lane. When it comes to my lane, you know, we good. If it's outside of my lane, that's not it. Um, Somebody asks here, spirits of the land and how to work with them. Great, great. So, from my understanding, is that angels will send you messages through different numerical coincidences. You'll start seeing double numbers, or you'll start seeing a number keep showing up. You know, the old folks used to say, they didn't necessarily call it angel numbers. They would say, you know, this is what you need to play. You need to play them numbers. That's what the old folks used to say. That was a number for the lottery, for the scratch off. And they was doing the numbers. Remember that? Yeah, okay, maybe not. Spirits of the land, the genus Loki. All right. How to work with regions and environments as a whole. And that's an awesome conversation, and there's a great deal of information about it that I can share. How to offer offerings not only to a individual entity of awareness, but also to a locale of awareness, a space of awareness. So a lot of times, just to drop a few nuggets on that, but duly noted, when you're working, like for example, just earlier today, person who purchased one of my videos asked about cursing an entire business, all right, an entire industry, and instead of trying to lay down powders and get everybody's name in a jar and all this kind of thing, all that's fine. Why not just in one fell swoop have the building license of that job revoked instantly? How do you do that? By petitioning the spirit of the place. Spirit of the place, right? Let the place kick it out. All right. There is a verse that talks about that the land will vomit you up. The land will vomit you up. The land will reject you. The physical location will say no or will say yes. Right? So you can have, in the same way, you can cause spirits to lean in your direction by working with them, by interacting with them. In the same way, you can cause the spirit of a location to lean and to favor you. It's something you want to do. If you live, or you have a local business, or you live in a local area, all right, then you want to be favored by that area. That whatever you do in that zip code will prosper. Literally, the whole zip code. Like, just think about that. Think about that for a minute. You don't have to worry about putting your boss in a jar or getting this type of permit. But what if your whole city, the city itself, liked you personally? Your whole zip code is conspiring for your benefit. Yeah, so there's a way to do that. There's a series of ways to do that, as a matter of fact. That's a whole gamut of knowledge there. Working with spirits of a particular region or location promotes dominance. Absolutely. All right. Here's another example for you. Samuel's a very good example of working with the spirit of a place. The scripture says that when the Philistines came to the borders of Israel and they were going to go to war, Samuel went out, set up pillars, set an altar, called out to God. God boomed from heaven with thunder and lightning, and it scared the Philistines. They were confused. They started killing themselves, killing each other. They fled, and it says that as long as Samuel was alive, the Philistines didn't even come to the borders of Israel. So, oh no, we good. As long as he lived. Once he lived. So for about 27, 28 chapters of First Samuel. Oh no, let's see. From about Samuel chapter 2 to about chapter 28, the Philistines were, shaking in their boots. So imagine that. Imagine, y'all talking about a hot foot. Y'all don't know the first thing about hot foot. Imagine if your whole region just vomited up the person. Y'all never heard that song about what was it, Muddy Water, talking about he can't go back to Georgia? The whole state just vomited him up. Somebody was hot foot and he can't even go back. He can't even go back home. All right. What is the name of the Bible group? It's called the Hoodoo Bible Study. HOODOOBIBLESTUDY. Hoodoo Bible Study on Facebook. Just search for it. We've got about 1,600 people in there. It's not a very big group, but it's a very efficient group. All right. Somebody also asked about how to breaking a spell when under spiritual warfare. How to return to sender. Listen, you need to get in the Guard 2019, our Protection 101 conference webinar. Friday. We're gonna be talking about that. All right. I'm gonna be doing a demonstration on how to create a psychic decoy, so you wouldn't even get attacked to begin with. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We've got, cause I know we added some more spaces. I know we added like 5 more spaces. I think we got like 8. Let me check right quick. Yes, you can still get in. You got until Thursday. I'll put the link up and just give me 1 second here. Let me check our list. Yeah, so we got about, about 8 slots or so. 7 or 8 slots. Well, really 6, because one person, they sent me their money personally. Where you can register. All right, I will put that link here. Yeah, Queenie says, if I may say this, the Hoodoo Bible Study is serious. The atmosphere is warm and friendly, lots of information and knowledge for the members. Yeah, this is the best kept secret. So here you guys can register for the protection webinar coming up Friday. So on the 25th. All right. It's going to be good. Actually, I'm going to be have my guest, Master Dogon Krieger. If y'all have been on my channel, y'all know Dogon is actually one of my apprentices and a very talented, very gifted worker in his own right. He's also going to be sharing in that webinar, so you get 2 for the price of 1. He's also going to be doing a demonstration as well. So if you're in the Hoodoo Bible Study, he actually posted a couple of pictures, kind of giving you a tease of what he's going to be covering in the on Friday. And let's let you know, it includes machetes. So I'm just going to say that, It's got machetes. The machetes are involved, and black candles are involved, and powders, and yeah, it's going to be. I don't even know. It's going to be something dangerous. So you definitely want to make sure that you are that you're there. All right. So we accept new people on Monday. All right. We have a new members Monday. That way everybody can come at the same time. We can address everybody. It won't be a little bit here and a little bit there. And oh, you forgot my invite. Am I still? Did I get declined? Etc. So in the meantime, fill out the entry questions, and then come Monday around about 6 or 7 or so p.m. we will go ahead and add everybody in at one time. All right. So so I'm going to end on this last little point. So a friend of mine sent me some whole. I was rather out of master roots. Well, had one left. Okay, but as far as to work with them, I was out. So my good friend, they got some hookup somewhere, sent me 4 master roots. So I'm going to check with them and see who the plug is for master roots these days, because these things are hard. Now let me rephrase that. You can get master roots pretty easy, but getting a whole master root, now that's the difficult part. So 2, you look how big that thing is. Okay, we're looking at about 6, 7, 8 inches. Here goes another one. One's a little bit smaller. All right, master root. Yeah, like an octopus, a squid. All right, and there's a 4th one. So I'm gonna find out who the plug is. I want to know, a little bit about their practices. Oh, yeah. How they harvest these. Make sure it's ethical, all that kind of stuff. Make sure there's nothing offensive. And if so, they'll be getting a lot of work from me. Let me tell you, it's hard to find whole roots of anything these days. It's almost non-existent. And if you do find it, they want to charge you an arm and a leg. Let me tell you something about master roots. Master roots are so damn rare to find. The whole master roots, you always feel like you're being ripped off. That's just how expensive they are. No matter where you go, man, that's expensive. So, somebody asked me to explain my logo, and one day I am going to break down all the nuances of it. But it's an eye. All right, it's an eye because I am a seer. All right, and there is a skull there because I do work with the spirit. I do see by the spirit, and it's also an evil eye charm. It's also an evil eye charm. So because when I'm doing live videos, everybody ain't trying to be supportive. So it's an evil eye charm to keep my eyes on you as you trying to keep your eyes on me. I've got more than one eye. My mom used to say I got eyes all over, like a cherubim. I just got eyes everywhere. What is the more common name of the master root? Is master root, actually. It is a cousin species of angelica, so or the angel or archangel root or the Holy Ghost root. Those are cousins. They're not the same plant. A lot of times they get sold as the same thing. They are not, but they are very, very similar as far as their tropical conditions, how they grow, the climate they prefer, watering, etc. But they're different species. But they are, or I should say, they're different plants. They're of the similar species type. You've got, masterwort, master root, angelica root. All of them are very similar plant species. Okay. The if I'm not mistaken, it's Imperialis something. Let me look it up right quick. It's Imperialis. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my logo has got a spirit of its own. Um, yeah, here we go. Imperatoria. What did I say? Imperialis? Y'all know what I meant. Imperatoria. Austruthium. All right. So those are the scientific name, and I'll put it in here. Imperatora. That's that Latin word that to command. All right. When somebody says it's imperative from that Latin word, I like language, so I'll put it in here. Now, if I can find the mandrake root plug, I'm talking about authentic mandrake root, then I really be working something then I'll be set. I pretty much got a plug for everything I need, but I got a couple. I'm got my eye on some things. Yeah. So, somebody asked me about how do you use them, and I'll end with that. So, obviously, it is called master root, so it is the quintessential root to for mastery, for command, to compel, to influence, to control, to dominate. All right, it's the master root. And as many of you have already said, it looks like an octopus or a squid. It has these little tendrils here, right? So one of the things you want to do is the people that you want to control. All right, you want to take their personal concerns or their name paper, what have you, and slide it in between these little fingers here. All right. Think of it as a hand with multiple fingers to wrap it around, to bind, to constrain, to command, to control. All right. So it's your hand, it's your extra pair of hands. All right. Also, just to show and to throw your influence to master any situation. All right. Any kind of circumstance you're going through. All right. But that's what we can do master root. And master root works very well as an altar piece, having a mastery altar, put it with your purple candles. All right. You can even wrap your own personal concern at the top here. All right. Well, let me turn it this way. Around this area. All right. You want to wrap your personal concern around that. And then people you want to control under you, you want to put it under that in this area right here. All right. But however you want to do it, make sure that your name is up at the top. All right. Or your personal artifacts are up at the top. All right. And keep it fed. Keep it. Can I buy that? I just got this one in. Contact me and we'll look at it. We'll look at it. Until I get some more in. So this is these are very good, and a little bit goes a long way. You can make small little packets by taking a piece of it. Let's take a little piece of this here, just like that. All right. Now, I would love to know, because my students, my colleagues, my peers, have they we have this running like debate about how does not magic root, y'all get me some magic root. How does master root smell? So I would love to hear y'all comments below. What do you think master root smells like to you? All right. I've got my opinion. I want to see what y'all have. I don't want to give it away. I don't want to, taint your opinion. But if you have a master root or come across master root, tell me what you think it smells like. All right. But you can take a little piece of master root like this right here, about the size of your finger, a little smaller than that, about 2 inches or so. And take a name paper with some personal concern, all right, and tie that around there like so, and keep that in your purse, all right, or keep it in your socks. Somebody you want to keep dominated, all right. Put it in the side of your shoe. You can fit it in there, and it won't bother you to step on it, all right. You want to keep them under your feet. So mastery is very, very powerful, and it adds mastery to any other kind of work. It is a booster. You learn more about boosters in my apprenticeship class, what a booster is, what it's not. But it's a booster, just like John the Conqueror is a booster. All right. So there you go, master root. Want to drop that on you guys. I got to get out of here. I'm about to eat and everything and get to some work. But if y'all need me, you know where to find me. In the meantime, I hope to see you on Friday at the Guard 2019 Protection 101 webinar. The link is in the description. Hope to see you Monday in the Hoodoo Bible study. And I hope to see you in my class if you feel called to be an apprentice. All right. So can you contact me? I don't initiate contact with people in that regard. You have to send me, email me or whatever, and then we can talk that way. All right. I hold you all in the light of God that never ever fails. God bless you all forever.